evening. How y'all doing? I hope everybody's having a lovely night. I hope everybody had a good Wednesday work day. It's the middle of the week. Happy hump day for anybody who celebrate that. I don't. But happy hump day nonetheless. Um yeah, it's another blackout scene, another blackout stream. But I've just come to a realization how much of a find out and what was it? Yeah, find out, fuck around and find out season that it is, right? A lot of stuff is going on. A lot of stuff. Many things is going on, right? I've been looking at the news. I've been looking, what's been going on social media and stuff like that. And there's just a lot of things that's happening all at once. And it's coming quite fast, which I actually knew that it was going to come quite fast, right? I always predicted that it was. But nonetheless, it's very alarming. Let's see. The first thing that I actually saw today was so when talking about baby deletions and things of that sort, Texas is one. Hey Robin, how you doing, sweetie? How you doing? Thank you for stopping by and showing love. I appreciate you. I know you be in the cut, you know what I'm saying? So I get you. Hey T Thomas, thank you for showing up and showing love. I appreciate you. So when it comes down to the conversation about baby deletions, even though that wasn't necessarily what the whole elections and everything was on based on, but it's been a real big talk, especially around social media, due to women having the 4B movement. Apparently men, their response to the 4B movement is the 4G movement, right? And the 4G movement consists of no dating women, no marrying women, no having babies with women, all that stuff like that. And I thought that was kind of funny. I thought that was kind of funny because it's like, number one, how original you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, you don't want to mess with us. We're not going to mess with you either. Like, dude, like that is what those women are saying. Those women are saying, hey, cool bananas. Those women are saying that they don't want to deal with you. That's what they saying. So it's like you saying, oh, we're going to start our own movement and we're not going to deal with you. I think that they will be okay with it. Hey, Empress Kaya, how you doing, sweetie? How you doing? I think that they would be, yeah, like it was crazy. Like they doing MGTOW all over again. They was like, but MGTOW was kind of like for specific women, right? It was really for specific women because it was, and also with the MGTOW, they weren't saying that it was going to stop dealing with women, right? It was just more like with MGTOW, it was they wasn't going to get emotionally connected to women. They were just going to run around and just be bachelors. They were still going to have sexual intercourse and sexual relationships with women, but everything else outside of that relationship and all that stuff, that was all done, right? That was their thing. But now with the 4G movement, because they feel like the 4B movement is a punishment to men, they came out with the 4G movement. And I think the 4G movement, in their mind, they believe that that is supposed to be a punishment for women. It's probably will only be a punishment to the women who wants relationships, who are looking for mates. They want to be, in a marriage. They want to have children and stuff like that. Yes, it will be harder for those women. And it will also be the same for the men, right? For the 4B movement, right? Because the men for the 4B movement, the ones who are looking for mates, looking for a wife, looking for children and stuff like that, they're going to have a harder time. But that the people who are participating in the movement, you're not hurting those people. I don't understand why that's not ringing a bell. Like, I don't understand why they don't understand the correlation. Like, you're not hurting the individuals who wants to be a part of that movement. It's like, I don't understand. Like, why? Hey, boy, really don't understand. I don't get it. 4G now. It's 4G. Y'all so original. We're gonna do a 4G. 4G. Okay. You're pretty much giving exactly what the 4B ladies want. Y'all on the same page. look how irony works. Y'all on the same page. I thought that was funny, right? I really did. I really thought that was funny. But we shall see how that go. We'll see how that 4G go. We'll see how that 4B go. I mean, if anything, the 4B is have a stronger traction going on now. And the reason why is because even though there will be some women who will participate in the 4B as an act to quote unquote punish men, most women who are a part of that movement, it don't have nothing to do with men. It has to do with them protecting themselves because they do not feel that there is no more safeguards for women out here, right? It's bad enough that women has to deal with the risk or the subconscious fear of being violated, being sexually assaulted, sexually harassed, whatever, kidnapped, human trafficking, all these things. Women have to deal with that regardless whether or not if they're participating in the 4B movement or they not participate in the 4B movement, right? So like I think that's the disconnect that some men don't understand, right? Because a lot of men do have this mindset that women are not experiencing the horror stories that they hear, or they brush it off as is, oh, you're only using very small numbers and you're trying to paint it as is a big issue. But quite frankly, it is a big issue nonetheless, right? It is a big issue because of the simple fact that it's not only just happening to random people or random women. It's happening to your family members. It's happening to your sisters. It's happening to your mothers. It's happening to your grandmothers. Okay? Last year, I read 3 horrible news reports about grandmothers, women way in their 65s and 70s, someone breaking into their house and sexually assaulting them. Okay? Sexually assaulting them. This is a public health issue, and it's been a public health issue for quite some time. So they have to understand it's not only just going to be women who just want to, quote unquote, I guess, punish men for not having sex. But quite honestly, I don't even understand why they didn't even think of it as a punishment when you treat sex, or you say that sex is just something normal to you, right? A lot of men don't have the same mindset as women, as it's something that is special or whatever. Not, they talk about sex as if they can if they could, they'll fuck a fucking tree and it would be no difference, right? They say things as if they was every woman is the same or feels the same in the dark. They say these things, right? So they say things that make women say, listen, you're not doing nothing to us with sex. That's not the hoo-ha, the highlight of my existence and stuff like that. And that's fine, because I don't believe that should be the highlight of your existence, right? It shouldn't. It really shouldn't. But if you're always constantly making women say how much you don't really care about sex, that sex is not special or intimate to you as it is to women, right? If you're saying that constantly, then I don't understand how can you think women participating in the 4B movement is a consequence. You said that it's really not that serious. You don't care about it and blah, 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 and all the stuff like that. So you can't look at something as being a consequence if it's not important to you, right? I'm just saying that's just my logic. I could be wrong, but it just, the math ain't mathing to me. And I'm sorry, I'm not a boy, so I don't really understand boy math, right? So there's that, the 4G movement. Now, the next thing I saw was Texas. Now, Texas has one of the strictest baby deletion bans that's on the list, right? I think that there goes from 6 weeks, right? It's like a 6-week ban. And then on top of that, they do have some exceptions for medical health and all the stuff like that. But now, if you actually go to the news report, the Texas lawmakers are actually changing and adding more exceptions to this ban due to the simple fact that there is this company called ProPublica. They have been tracking the unalivings of pregnant women, and 2 recently just happened in Texas that has struck a nerve where I wouldn't say lawmakers, but it struck a nerve with OBGYNs, has went to the lawmakers to say that y'all have to change these laws or give more exceptions because pregnant women are actually losing their lives with these strict bans. There was 2 women who recently lost their life. They were pregnant women, and they both lost their lives due to miscarriages, right? They lost their lives because of miscarriages. One of the women was 28 years old. She was married. She was already a mother. She had a little girl at home. This was her second pregnancy. In this particular case, she was having a miscarriage, right? She went to the hospital. She was let them know everything was not going right. They said that she was having a miscarriage. Because of the laws down there in Texas, they could not perform any procedure on her until the actual fetus heart stopped, right? And so she had to sit there and wait in pain, and they couldn't do anything for her for 40 hours. Now, her husband said, listen, hey, he's trying to advocate for her. Listen, she is literally dying. She's getting sick and sick by the minute. Why can't y'all just do the procedure? Y'all already said that it was a miscarriage and that the fetus would not be able to live on its own if y'all was able to extract it from her body now. Why not do it? And they said, the OBGYN said, sorry, sir, we can't do it. Under law, we cannot do it. And then I read what the law was, because they said, the lawmaker said, if OBGYN is found to have performed a baby deletion, that they will get up to 90 years in prison or fined $100,000, lose their medical license or their practice. So they could not do anything for this lady until the quote-unquote heartbeat stopped. And she ended up getting an infection, right? Because that's what happens, right? When you don't do something when it's critical and her health is in dire stress at this point. She caught an infection, and then 3 days later, she died from that infection. 3 days later, she died from the infection, leaving her 6-year-old daughter and her husband at home. And guess what? There was no baby. But now, guess what? They ain't no mama either. So since ProPublica produced an article on that, go check them out online. ProPublica. Because they're out there fighting for women and keeping track for how many women who, ever since this ban came in, since 2020, has been losing their lives due to miscarriages and stuff like that. And they have brought it up to the lawmakers and say, hey, listen, Y'all did this. Y'all have these bans. We get it. You have all these. You have these few exceptions, but there is also other situations that happen that are anomaly that women are losing their lives. And I don't know. Women try to warn and tell men, try to tell their loved ones that even though there are women who are trying to use baby deletions as a form of birth control, that by doing this, you are actually putting women who want children lives in danger. You are actually putting your wife, who you might want to have a second and third child with, life in danger. And now you become a single dad. You have to pay the cost because you want to be the boss. Now you're a single dad. Now you're a single dad. That's what's going on. That is exactly what's going on. So I'm looking forward to what other exceptions or medical exceptions that they're going to put in that law for Texas. So please look out for that. Hopefully that goes to all the other states that have extreme exceptions and measures when it comes down to the baby deletion ban. And I hope it gets better for those women in those states. I really do. Especially, you know, especially for the women who do want to have children, because also they did a study and they show that a lot of women who has gone through an experience like that, and let's say it's not as sad as that woman losing her life, even with the process of having to go through a miscarriage or a ectopic pregnancy or whatever not, those women end up losing their ability to bear children because certain procedures wasn't done when they needed to be done when it was an actual emergency. So that's something that has to be, worried about too. I mean, y'all want all these doggone kids, but it's to the possibility you're destroying women's fertility. You're destroying women's fertility. You want all these kids and there ain't gonna be all these kids here. I mean, it is what it is, right? This is the fuck around and find out season. So we gonna fuck around and we gonna find out, right? Then there was another one. So, the big thing about everybody talking about the ISIS situation, right? And there's a little bit more information that's coming out in reference with the ISIS situation, where I think, accountability will eventually come on both sides, right? Because there is some accountability to go on both sides, right? The only one that it was actually really innocent in that situation are the children. And apparently she has 5 kids, not 4, 5. And she had recently had a kid, a boy, by that gentleman. And I use the word gentleman lightly. But, as I said yesterday, it's unfortunate because the conversation will no longer be about how to protect children that are here. The conversation will now be about pretty much all these different type of lifestyle hacks and advice and tips and things of that sort. And whether or not women know what the hell they're doing, whether or not if women should just listen to men and let them take it over and all the stuff like that. But I find that kind of quite funny too, because there wasn't a red pillar just exposed as he had built his whole platform on condemning single mothers and things of that sort. But apparently single mothers is a-okay with him as long as he makes her a single mom, and if she has the complexion for the protection, then now it's not single. It's not I'm a single mother or I condemn single mothers, right? That's what it seems. Very hypocritical. You sitting up there, you're telling your subscribers and your folks, you're telling them, don't do this, don't bother with these women and all this stuff like that. And then to come to find out that the woman that you're with and the woman that you had a child with is a single mom. You made her a single mom because you didn't marry her. Yeah. And I guess it's just only because she's linked to you, or is it because of she's not the quote unquote image that has been spewing out here for years about who is the single mothers, right? So that's unfortunate. So I don't know if all the attack on BWE and level up content and all that stuff like that, I don't know if, even with all the attacks and all the scrutiny and criticism, which there's some criticism to go, I don't think the other side of that coin will be the Rim brothers and stuff like that. I don't think that they're the best individuals to go ahead and take advice from, right? Because they're coming out to be just as hypocritical as the said other side. They're being just as much hypocritical. You really come to fuck around and find out that a lot of these people do not preach what they teach. And that for them, what is good for the goose ain't good for the gander. Meaning what they can do doesn't mean that you can do it, right? Some way, somehow, you need to find out how you can make their advice and their tips work for you, but their own advice doesn't even work for them. How about them apples, right? That's funny. Woo! Let me sip on my drink. Robin said, I seen dumbass women shaming baby deletions and don't even factor in health ailments. And, yeah, but the simple fact is Robin, we know that there's a lot of women that are pick-me's, right? And pick-me's doesn't align with just only one race, culture, ethnicity, right? There has always been women who have been male-centered, right? There has always been, since the beginning of time. Even when women was fighting for women's rights, there were women that was against them, right? Women was also used as ops for women's marches and movements to try to, destroy it or infiltrate it, act like they was a part of it and they understand and all the stuff like that. But when have women never been used to be a op though in history? Women have been used for wars, right? Women have been used for wars. Women has been used to lower the defenses of an enemy in history. It doesn't matter if it's Greek history, Roman history, African history, Asian history, it doesn't matter. Women have always been used as a tool or ops to infiltrate whoever your enemy and whoever you was fighting at that time. So I wouldn't think that it would be any different when it comes down to this. There are women who's going to be more male-centered than others, right? There are women who's going to be willing to sacrifice many women because their situation is ideal or is okay, or they have accepted their situation. And why not? Misery loves company, doesn't it? Misery loves company. I actually seen on TikTok, they have this new trend going around. I guess these women was the ones who was in support of the baby deletions ban, they're going around in their TikTok writing my body, his choice, right? And they make sure that they dress up and put all this makeup on and have their hair all done and looking all sexy, and they like my body, his choice. It is like, oh my God, you are really trying to get picked. You are going above and beyond to get picked and validated by the same men, those type of men, the same men who think you trash and who think your existence ain't shit. We know that's not all men, but the particular men that they are trying to advertise to don't fucking violate, don't respect you. They don't even look at you as a human. They think you're subhuman, right? They think you subhuman. They don't look at you as in the same human as them, and this is why they will never fight for your human rights. They will never fight for your human rights the way that they will fight for theirs. And it's unfortunate because those same women will be the same women just like ISIS. What will happen to ISIS? They will do all that. They will advertise that way for those particular type of men. Let's see who's in here. Tuyet, how you doing? Hey, TMKC, how you doing? Hey, we on live. Hey, Mo Love. I didn't even see all y'all in here. My apologies. My apologies. Zero, how you doing? Reps for jeans. Okay. Lana, how you doing, love? Robin said, we need a pick-me petition. No, listen. Let me tell you something. Pick-me's are needed. Pick-me's are needed. Because at the end of the day, you want them to get picked. I feel that if more of those type of women, if they become pick-me's, right? Then the other women would not be a target so much, right? They won't be a target so much. I think that maybe we need more. Maybe we need more. Maybe if we have a good amount, the other women, they won't be target. Who knows? Maybe having more pick-me's will have less sex trafficking. Maybe if we had more pick-me's, we would have I don't know. Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking. I'm just outwardly thinking. I know it wouldn't work. Lana. You know why it doesn't work? Because what pick-me's don't really understand is that they don't want them. They don't want them like that. That's what pick-me's don't understand. Right? Men, they tell you themselves, they like a chase. They like a challenge. It's a quest for them. It's a quest. That's what they like. They like that. They like that push and pull type of dynamic. That's what they enjoy. So if you don't give that type of pushback, you don't give that type of push and pull with them, they're going to get bored. And you know what happens when they get bored? They roam. They wrong. So God forbid you be a pick me, but then also be shallow and codependent. God forbid. Okay? That's another thing too. Like, if you're gonna be a pick me, you have to understand that your man is for the streets, and he don't only belong to you, he belong to anyone that he wants to give himself to. You better have that. You better have the right attitude for that. And if you can't live with that, I don't think you should try that route. I don't think you should try the pick me route. Because that's the sacrifice. The sacrifice is you're going to have to know that your man going wrong, and he's not only for you, he for everyone. Nah, not every woman. Absolutely not, Chris J. No, absolutely not. Not every woman. No, there's a different dynamic. Different dynamic. It's a different dynamic being a pick me, and if you run across someone that you align with and you want to be with them because you think they want to be with you, that's a different dynamic. Pick me's make up in their mind who they want, and that's all they see. Right? They don't even realize, or I guess they don't even read the room. If you ever seen one of those pop the balloon series, they have a couple of pick-me's in there that you can tell, right? I think one of the other ones that I was reviewing, I think it was the Miami one. Remember the Miami live stream of Pop the Balloon I was reviewing? That was a prime example of the pick-me, right? You have all these girls, and this guy come, she holds her balloon, and she's flirting with him, whatever not, and he lets her keep her balloon. But he started doing the triangulation thing with her, dead in her face. He literally showed that girl that was still holding her balloon at the end that he said that the other girls, was his type. He only popped their balloon because he wanted to bust their ego. He thought that those girls knew that they were too good for him. So he needed to bring them down. So he popped their ego. He popped their balloon to make them more accepting of dealing with him. And then he let the girl in the blue hold on to the balloon to make herself feel special, or make herself feel that she's better than the other girls. But he literally, instead of him actually pursuing the girl that hold her balloon for him, what did he do? He went behind the host and tried to talk to the girl that he just recently popped the balloon right in front of the girl's face. And she kept her balloon, and she's like, bye, I got my man. Girl, he just literally told the girl in the pleather dress, he literally just told that girl that he's going to be hitting her up and seeing her later. And he did it right dead in your face. Let's see. And it's unfortunate, it's unfortunate. Let's see. INC said, I disagree respectfully. I think men essay women that challenge men, or nah, absolutely not. I don't think men like to chase a one-on-one hard time with a woman. Nope, that's not true. Absolutely not. We can agree. You could disagree respectfully, but yeah, I disagree with that. Let's see, the other one, it says, I think pick-me's actually have their own man for whatever is worth, and women who are not pick-me's are more sexual side pieces. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. That's how you feel about them, right? And that's fine. You're okay to feel however you want to about them. But listen, like I said, a pick-me she's gonna have to be ready to have the mindset that your man is for the streets, and he's gonna belong to many and pleather people. And while you're sitting at home and all this stuff like that, and you playing your role, you know who your man out there with? The woman that you just said, the ones who don't want to be a pick-me, the side piece. Yeah, she's the one who's going out on trips. She's the one who's getting bought shit. She's the one who's getting flaunt and stuff like that, and she gets to sleep at night. And then also, whenever she feels like it, she can go call somebody else who probably have more money. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Absolutely not. But like I said, hey, if you want to be, if you want to pick me, then I mean, you're a man, so a pick me will work for you. A pick me will work perfect for you, in your setup, in your situation. Let's see. Talking with Kim folks said, I've been listening to Yanni and I have been inspired by what she has been saying. The decentering of men is so liberating. That's a real freedom right there. Not moving because of yeah, it absolutely is. Absolutely is. And I've been with Yanni for years now. I've been with Yanni for years. You said we don't care if a girl is a pick-me or not. We only care if she looks good. Everything else is irrelevant. And you know what's so funny? Chris J, we know that, right? You only care that a girl looks good, and that's why you got men out here complaining about baby mamas, and you have men out here complaining about exes and all the shit like that, or why their kids are illiterate, or or these or their kids don't know how to read and shit like that, because you only care about looks. We know that. We know that. Absolutely. 100% right. And this is why the community look exactly the way the fuck it does. Because as long as she look good, that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. A good looking bimbo who's dumb as door knocks, but I'm going to trust her to teach my fucking kids. Yep. I'm going to trust her to, be able to cook a healthy meal. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris J. And this is exactly why the community and other communities is going to continue to look the way they look. And you're going to continue to have the problems that you're going to have. Kudos to you. Yes. Because some way, somehow, beauty translate as you're a good woman, a good woman, a good wife, and a good mother. That's how shit register in your head, and y'all supposed to be the logical ones. The fuckery. That is just too funny. That is just too funny right there. Woo! Shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. No, not Bradley saying with looks all things are possible. Oh no. Robin said y'all focus on the wrong shit and wonder. Yes, exactly, Robin, and it's all good. It's gonna happen. That's what it is. No, come on now. Don't try to clean it up. INC. Nope. You heard your fellow brother. Your fellow brother said we don't care about nothing else but looks. Don't try to clean it up for him. Don't try to clean it up for him. What up, Sal? Yo, what up, Royce? Absolutely absolutely not. Don't try to clean it up for him. You heard your fellow brother. He said it's the looks and not everything else is irrelevant. And see, he said men judge if the woman is his woman, so not so. There's a factor that nope. Your fellow brother. I'm going with your fellow brother said. Your fellow brother said y'all only care about looks. That's what it is, yo. That's only what it is. Y'all only care about looks. Royce said y'all call women pick-me's just for agreeing with men though. You know what, Royce? I'm gonna agree with you with that. Some women do wrongfully get called pick-me's. Absolutely. You are right. I am not gonna deny that. What up, Omni? Some women do get wrongfully called pick-me's because there are certain things that they do agree with men with. We do, yes, I will definitely admit that. Not every woman who do agree on some stance of a man is a pick-me. You're right about that. You're right about that. And that's why we have to do better with that. We have to do better with that because we kind of dilute the actual terminology and meaning behind pick-me's if we only want to use it as a attacking mechanism to women that we don't agree with or women that we can't win an argument with. I agree. Let's see. Chris says if a baby mama is good looking enough, we will accept her too. We just don't want the. Oh my God! Listen. At the end of the day, Chris J, listen, okay? Beauty is subjective, right? Beauty is subjective. Someone who you can find attractive, I could probably find a whole line of men, who might find her unattractive, right? It is what it is. Like, so we can't even base it on that, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta stop kind of basing very superficial things on what makes someone good, what makes someone bad, what makes someone qualified, what makes them not qualified. Like, we got to stop that, right? Because we're what is it? We're peeing in the pool. I'm gonna use that analogy. We're peeing in the pool. And you know what happens now? Like, now when you pee in the pool, right? You have a blue ink that fucking follows you and it spreads around the fucking pool. We gotta stop peeing in the pool. Hey Blaze, what's going on? What's going on? Yes, another blackout stream before I head to work. You know, I try to get in as much as possible, you know, to keep the just having some things going on the channel before I can actually do a live stream. And so let's see. DB, hey darling, she said, and they call men simps for agreeing. Yeah, exactly. And that's on the other side too. They call men who can understand what women are talking about and agreeing with. Oh, you're a simp because you have to be automatically doing it because you're trying to get in her drawers. You're trying to get them panties. There's no way you can agree with that woman without trying to sleep with her. You know, and I would say in some cases they are right. Some cases they are right. Not all, but some. Let's see. Robin said beauty is definitely subjective. That is correct. Yeah. Lana says I get called a pick me and a man hater at the same time. That must mean I'm fair. Yeah. Yeah, you're fair, Lana. You are so fair. You're fair. That means that you're normal. You know what I'm saying? That means that you are normal, okay? You're the normal one, okay? You're balanced. That's all that means. You can't please everyone. So if anything, you're balanced. And I feel like that's a good thing too. Like, that's a good marker. If everybody agrees with you and there is no pushback, then I think you can I think that you can really look at that and say, am I being challenged, or am I in an echo chamber? Am I in an environment that is meant for me to learn and grow, right? Like, you can start looking at it like that. Are you one extreme? Are you a polar opposite? You'll start to understand that. But when you have a good, healthy, positive or negative reaction for the things that you do, then you can definitely say that you're in your growing element, right? And you're allowing growth to happen and occur. That's the dangers of being in an echo chamber, because there's no growth in an echo chamber. There's no growth for you or anybody else that's in there. So if you can get that kind of balance, some pushback, I'm not talking about nasty pushback, but some pushback, whatever, not some challenge to some of the things that you say respectfully, whatever, not you put yourself in the right environment. Yeah, your environment is not supposed to necessarily always be comfortable, right? Because if you're comfortable all the time, comfortability doesn't breed creativity. Comfortability doesn't breed creativity. So there, you're not creating stuff. You're not building. Let's see. Robin says you got them in their fifis from the sub count. Yo, man, listen. I don't even want to even talk about that. Like, that's, like I said, even with that situation, Robin, this is a FAFO season, right? This is definitely a FAFO season with that. Let's see. INC said many women need simps. Well, yeah. Okay. I don't think many women need simps. I would say some women want simps. Other women don't want simps. There's other women that don't want simps. Let's see. Royce said DB unblocked me and will respond to me directly. Royce, don't be starting with no DB in this chat now. Okay? Don't be starting. Okay? Don't start. Chris says beauty is only subjected to a certain extent. There are general standards that most people agree on. We all know who's good looking. Well, okay, so here's the thing, right? There is a superficial standard of what is attractive and what is not attractive. However, we also need to include that not everybody use the superficial metric as the only thing that gives them the perception of what is good looking and what is not good looking, or what is attractive and not attractive, right? So, like, that's just being, like, having that type of mindset is very low vibrational, right? Very low vibrational. So, like, there are men who will date women who they'll say, or even marry women who they'll say is a 6 or a 7 or even a 5, right? They know that this woman ain't no 10, she ain't no supermodel, whatever not. But there's other things a part of her character and attributes that makes her highly attractive, right? And it's the same vice versa with women. They know that man ain't no GQ model, but if he's this, or he does this, or he's caring, he's kind, he makes her laugh, whatever not, they add that into the metrics to determine whether or not if that person is attractive or not, right? So we have to just really look at it in the bigger picture, what is actually really going on. Because you got to think about it. Most people don't live, and most people have never met a supermodel or a man who's a supermodel. Most people have never dated, made it, or anything. Those quote unquote highly attractive people who, who gets millions of followers or thousands of followers and stuff like that. Most people haven't made it or dated people like that. You ask most regular people, who are they mating and dating? They're mating and dating with people in their proximity or in their vicinity. That's who they're mating and dating. So, just real life, just stepping outside, real life, most people are average, and most people are dating, mating, marrying, having kids with average people. Hey, Black Beauty, how you doing? Yeah, Robin, yeah. I know. It's sad. It's really sad. But that's what they do. That's what they do. Let's see. Robin said the way they use beauty in this sector is definitely subjective. Yep. They call everyone beautiful. Ciao. Let's see. INNC says women should want all women to have a man, even they're not so attractive, fine, friend, cousin. No, absolutely not. Women should not want every woman to have a man. That's not women's job. That's not women's job. The fuck? Let's see. Everyone can't be beautiful, but most people can be moderately attractive. Exactly. If anything, most of the world. Hey, Drip. How you doing, sir? Most of the world is I would say most of the world is moderately attractive or average, you know? And they have other attributes and characters about them that make them highly attractive. I think that's how most people is. Like, most people ain't drop dead gorgeous and shit like that. And all of that shit is just a fucking is an illusion. It's something that we created. It's not real. It's something that was created. It's not real. And Chris J said, we just settle for the uglier women because men are realistic and logical, and we know we can't do better. We really want the dime pieces. Yeah, but see, that's the whole point too. Like, so the whole settling situation, right? You think you're fooling someone, but you're not actually fooling the woman that you settle with, right? If that woman still stays with you and she knows that you're just settling, it's because she's comfortable. She's comfortable and she's content. You know, but it's not like she doesn't know. And if you have that type of, mindset or the way how you move where, you're not slick and she ends up, finding out, I mean, it is what it is after that. Let's see. Talking for Kimfo says, I know I'm a -1, but still don't talk about someone's looks no matter what. I think majority of women are beautiful, especially black women, top tier to me. I'm going to need you, Kimfolk, to stop saying that. You are not no -1. I don't know why would you say some foolishness like that? Like, are you serious? No, you're not a -1. You're not a -1. Absolutely not. I think that you are beautiful. And even though right now I think you're having a battle of the avatar with another lady in this space, I think she's beautiful too. I wish y'all would just make peace and make amends, but it is what it is. I'll let y'all grown women do what y'all need to do and how y'all want to move. It says, INC says what's attractive to all men is when he like a woman, she be available to him. Many men like every other woman and would try her out, but women are not the same. It's numbers game for men. Well, you know what? Y'all gonna fuck around and find out. Like I said, it's fuck around and find out season. You're gonna see that that selection and the numbers game is gonna drop significantly, right? It says, Robin said, DB, people are delusional. Lord, I don't even know what that is about. Let's see. She's talking with Kimfo said, MJ, do you watch any reality TV shows? I think some reviews and commentary on some reality shows would be good content as well. I was thinking about doing that. I don't watch reality TV. However, I do watch series. I do like to watch some series. I don't watch a lot of TV in general. I'm more of a books girl. I like books and articles and stuff like that. Like I told y'all, I did a live stream. I showed y'all. I did 2 live streams at my favorite store, Barnes and Nobles, right? So like that's where I be at. If I'm not at Barnes and Nobles reading and picking up new books and stuff, I'm at the gym, I'm at home. That's where I go. That's my hangout spot. So, I mean, but I do understand you. Maybe I should try to review some of those reality TV shows and do some commentary on it. But the reason why I stopped watching reality TV from early 2000 is because it's number one, it's disgusting, it's horrible, and it's pathetic, and I don't know, I just outgrown that. I'm an old woman now. I'm an old whippersnapper. It just doesn't, it doesn't pique my interest at all. And see, Roy said, I don't consider it simping to prioritize women's emotional well being and make her feel protected. Men need to learn the art of feeding. Yeah, and that's good for you, Royce. And that's why eventually you will be successful, because that's the same thing that you will want from your woman, right? That's what you will want for your woman. You will want her to understand, and all that stuff like that. So I don't see that that's a problem. I really don't. And yeah, exactly, Robin. She ain't no damn negative one. I don't know why she keep on saying that. Like, is she crazy? What's going on? Yeah, I seen that. Love and Hip Hop is starting again. Yeah, and who's supposed to be in it? A new person supposed to is it Cardi B? I think it's Cardi B. Is it Cardi B? Somebody else is supposed to be added into that now. I seen a promo of it. I don't want to watch it. It's just gonna be just goofy. I know it's gonna just get on my nerve. It's just gonna strike my nerve. I'm like, oh my God, why I doing this? And see, Kimfo said there's Love Is Blind, Married to Medicine. I used to watch Married to Medicine. Real Housewives. Oh, I don't watch Real Housewives of Atlanta anymore. I did watch Real Housewives of, what is it? The one, I think it's Pete. And I used to watch Real Housewives of New York and the original Real Housewives of LA. I used to watch those. Ready to Love. I seen something like that. Kayla from Lapeef was on a season on Ready to Love. Oh yeah, really? All right, so I'm gonna have to check that out. Definitely gonna have to check that out. Well, everybody, it's been fun. I'm about to go ahead and head into work. Thank y'all for tapping in with me and hanging out with me. I truly, truly appreciate it. And shout out to everyone who came to the stream yesterday and support, even if you was in and out, I'll probably do another blackout stream tomorrow, depending on what other articles and news that I want to do. But yeah, this is it's fuck around and find out season for a lot of folks, a lot of people. And yeah, we're gonna see how things go. But until then, stay blessed and stay blessed, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.